Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome to the Concentric Circle YouTube channel. This is our first video together. Um, and recently, Daniel and I have noticed that the trading space is a little bit cooked. People full porting evals, over risking, not sticking to a system, not following the rules, all this degenerate shit, right? And so we think that, a change needs to be made. And that's why we're here creating this YouTube channel and creating our own Discord server. So we've both been trading for over 3 years. Um, Personally, I started with stocks and ETFs, things like that, and then I got into very basic ICT like the TJR Bootcamp and the ICT mentorships. And then from there, I got into standard deviation and basic order flow like heat map, things like that. Then I got into volume profile, TPO, more advanced order flow, and then learned about options, options positioning, how to read the options flow for bias and narrative. Um, so I would say I have a lot of experience and I'm able to kind of teach many different things, which we'll get more into later about like how that's beneficial for the server and what that comes with. But I'll let Daniel share a little bit about his experience as well.
Yeah, so my name's Daniel. I'm on Discord and Instagram. I'm Marketcoordinator. I'm 18. Been trading, like Jake said, for 3 years now. I started with Forex on FTMO, but then I scaled out into ICT. I use a lot of structure to form my bias and like trade ideas. And then I use PO3 for my entry model, usually the 30-minute on market open or the 4 hour at 7 a.m. PST. Haven't really strayed away from ICT and PO3. I've been sticking to it, gotten really good at it. But other than that, there's not really too much to my style of trading. You guys will see more, in future videos and stuff like that. But as far as the concentric circle, we, like Jake was saying, we want this to kind of change the trading game a bit. We want to have an educational and dialed community with cool stuff in there as well as like giveaways. So when we hit 200 members in the Discord, we're going to do a little free premium giveaway and a prop firm giveaway. So you guys should stay tuned for that. But yeah, what's our vision for Concentric Circle outside of just changing the trading game?
So like Daniel said, like we want to have a very serious space. Right now we have about like 150 members in the server, and I would say everyone in there is like a pretty good trader. And the thing I like most is the community aspect. Like everyone in there is willing to help each other, hop on calls, things like that. And then aside from that, as far as what the Discord and the different plans actually offer, we have various, plans of premium, lifetime, things like this. Um, and these will offer, different levels of support. But I would say the coolest and most unique thing about the way that me and Daniel teach is the fact that we've taught so many different models throughout our time trading. So we're able to kind of teach to what the person actually wants. So, for example,
Right.
a guy came to me a few weeks ago saying he only trades on his phone at work, and so he can't really implement as much of the order flow because you would need a computer for that. And so I taught him a specific model that's designed more around structure and candlesticks and taught him how he could use a bit of order flow within that, but taught very curated towards what he was looking for. And building on that, we have around five like fully fleshed out models with videos, PDFs, and criteria in the server. And so based on the previous knowledge you have when coming in, you can kind of decide what's going to fit your style best and what makes the most sense. Um, Another reason this is important is because we all know the market shifts, right? Seasonal. So structure is never going to be the same. And if you only have one entry model or one way to get into a trade, you're not going to be able to capitalize year round. And so by teaching different ways to enter different models, this allows traders to be very flexible and adapt to different market conditions.
Yeah, 100%. Um, Me and Jake both make a good income off of trading, so a lot of the profit that is generated from this business is going to be reinvested back into the business to give you guys a better experience. And yeah, we're very optimistic about the future for Concentric Circle. A lot of the content that we're going to be posting is going to be on the YouTube and not necessarily on the Instagram and stuff. We want to make long form and educational content, a little bit of lifestyle as well. So a lot of our content production is going to be on YouTube here. So make sure you guys are subscribed and stuff. We do post a little bit on Instagram, especially on the stories like updates and stuff. But yeah, a lot of the content is gonna be produced inside the Discord, so the private content and then some free content on the YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we covered a good amount of stuff today. That's basically our vision, what we plan to, get after coming in the next few months, and we'll have a lot of big stuff coming for you guys. A lot more content on the YouTube, like Daniel said. But if you guys are interested in getting into the Discord, even if you don't want to pay a cent, right? You just want, free help and a community of good traders. We will leave that link for you guys down below, along with each of our Discord names, so you can DM us with any questions you might have.
Yeah, 100%. Um, I think I agree. I think we wrapped up, a good video here, gave a little, insight to what we're doing. Um, and we're excited. We're excited for what this has. We're excited for we'll cut that shit out. Um,
We ain't cutting shit out. We're hype boys. We'll see you guys inside the Discord. Peace out.
you got it, bro.
I wish